Greetings everyone. My name is Real Ambitious, but you can call me Real or Ambi for short, although it's up to you. I'd much prefer you calling me Real because it sounds cooler, and being called Ambi is like being called cute. Then the last time I checked, I'm one ugly piece of. Now, I'm probably here because of one of these two reasons. Either A, this is your first impression of me, or B, this is the place that my future self sends you to because he's too lazy to explain what he's doing in the future. Which is fine. That's the whole purpose of this video after all, that in the future, I don't have to explain as much. Now, without further delay, hopefully, I, Real Ambitious, present to you the 10 Trials. Wow, that sounds so boring, Real. What is it? Well, I'm glad you asked. And it's not boring. The 10 Trials are 10 different challenges that I made for myself to become a better person, to have fun while doing so, and to keep track of my progress as the days pass by. The 10 Trials include being consistent for 1 year straight, learning how to play an instrument, could be any, learning another language, which could also be anything as well, and more. You can pause to read all of them here, because now you'll be back to me. I want to focus only on the three things that I want to get done during the second year of this channel, and yes, sadly, we are now at the second year. Back then, I couldn't really start because I had many personal issues. Hey, I'm here now at least. But the first trial that I want to focus on is being consistent for 1 year straight. It's like a game where I have specific tasks that I must do daily, which I call quests, daily quests to be specific. Now, daily quests include do stretching and other exercises based on an app. The app that I will use is this. Not sponsored, by the way. Until completion or until the year is over. Work out. Based on another app. This one, this time. Not sponsored, once again. Until completion or until the year is over. Do at least one college work related activity, if there is any, and review for 30 minutes. I'm also doing this part simply because I want to prepare for college. Now, daily quests aren't the only tasks that I can do. I can also do the extra quests, which are washing the dishes, going biking for at least 30 minutes, and cleaning my room. By sweeping the floor and organizing my stuff, because at the time that I'm writing this script, my room is a mess. Everywhere there is stuff where there shouldn't be. And upon completion of an extra quest will grant 20 Z points. There's also the special quests. Well, special quest since there's only one as of right now, and in its completion will grant me 100 Z points. What even are Z points, you might ask? Well, it is the imaginary currency that I will use in this challenge, because every single day that I complete, I will get to spin the prize wheel, which looks something like this. Why does it have money written on it? Well, my friend, here's the added challenge to the first trial. I have a limited amount of money that I can spend IRL. Even if I had more money in my pockets, I cannot use them at all. For example, let's say I will start the challenge with 100 M's to spend and only 100 M's, and I have like 500 on me total. Now, I use those 100 M's to buy myself a book. I cannot use the rest of the 400 M's afterwards unless I earn it. And as you can see, I've also shortened the word money to M's because I can. Now you might be asking me, Real, what even is the point of Z points if you can't use them IRL? Well, that's because it can be used at the game shop. Let's check it out. As you all can see here, this shopkeeper sells quite a few stuff. The first thing that I want to mention is the price wheel at the top. Yes, it is the exact same price wheel that I spin for every single day that I complete. However, if I want to spin one right away without having to complete a day, I could just spend 400 Z points. And an even better deal is that I could spin it twice for 700 Z points, meaning I save a total amount of 100 Z points. Same concept goes for the ultimate price wheel at the bottom, where one spin requires me 1,500 Z points. It is that much more expensive. And of course, a deal where I could spin it twice for 2,800 Z points, meaning I save a total amount of 200 Z points. Of course, the most important stuff here at the shop are the skip tickets at the top. As you can see, please behave yourself, shopkeeper. Yeah, thank you very much. As you can see at the top, there's the 2-day skip ticket and the 1-day skip ticket. They are pretty much self-explanatory. It allows me to just not do anything for 1 or 2 days. And I mean, I don't have to do daily quests, side quests, extra quests, or special quests whatsoever. And as of right now, I have to admit I'm currently broke. I don't have any 3 points on me. I'll be back here eventually. I don't know when yet, but I will be back here soon. So see you around, shopkeeper. I will be heading out now. Here's a fun fact. Z points are called Z points because I earned them through sleeping. The minimum time that I must sleep is 6 hours. For every extra minute that I sleep will be converted to exactly 1 Z point. And for now, and I mean for now, I will be including the times that I nap. Meaning if I was to nap for like 2 more hours, I will get 120 extra Z points, which is very, very nice. I'll track how long I sleep through my smartwatch, which as you can see, I've slept for 4 hours and 54 minutes, meaning I will literally lose 66 Z points if I was to start today, which thankfully I'm not going to. Maybe later on in this July. And also, I'm going to track the steps using the exact same watch. As you can see here, I have completed 9,000 steps, which almost 10,000, and that also means I could have gained at least like 44 Z points if I had started today. If I was to like complete this, it's very easy after all. But to make completing this trial of being consistent for 1 year straight even more challenging, I'm going to make it even more difficult at the start of every next month. Meaning, if I was to start at let's say the 20th of July and I get all the way to the 1st of August, that is when I'll have to spin this wheel, which will make completing this trial all the more inconvenient or slightly difficult. It can go from removing the privilege of counting naps in earning Z points, or adding having to do 50 push-ups daily, which I don't have to do consecutively by the way, I'm just saying, it's going to be very difficult if I was to try it. Completely resetting the amount of Z points that I earned twice, to setting back my progress for 1 week. Meaning, I'll have to do this challenge for a maximum of 372 days instead of just 365. Thankfully though, as you can see, this wheel has 15 slices, and in my calculation, I only have to spin this wheel like 12 or 13 times. Now for the last thing that I want to mention about this trial is that if I fail to complete just one day, I'll have to spin the punishment wheel instead of the prize wheel, which looks something like this. What's even worse is that there is still a small chance that I have to reset the counter anyways and have a much worse start if I was to land on that one small slice right there. It really sucks. Now let's take a break for a bit, because that was a lot to unpack, and take a second or two of silence. Alright, let's move on. The second trial that I want to focus on is to get a YouTube channel to 1 million subs. Which sounds very optimistic by the way, so subscribe if you haven't just yet. But I could also work on a gaming channel. I mean, it never really states that I had to get this specific channel to 1 million. Who knows? Maybe once I'm done with like the second year of this channel, I'll do that. I don't really know. Now for the last trial that I want to focus on is to complete the story that I've been writing for like 3 years now, I think. I still don't really believe that I could finish a story in just 1 year since, the first trial alone will give me so much on my plate that I don't think I'll have much time to work on the story. But I'll still try. Oh, and by the way, this is what the main character looks like, or at least this is what she could look like. Yes, she has marks on her cheeks, but I'm not going to explain much else. I don't really have much else to explain, other than the fact that this video is called Reintroductions because there were so many changes made to the previous 10 trials, and I couldn't really get to explain everything that I wanted to in the last video I posted a year ago. I also said it before that I couldn't really start back then since I had many personal issues to deal with. As of right now, they're all gone. I've dealt with all of them. So that means I'll see you all next time. Peace out. Goodbye.